port strike, first time in over 50 years, more than 50 years, in the East Coast South on Tuesday. 3 days of work stoppage. Came to a deal on Thursday night, or temporary. Gives them time to. But the wages was a big win in that negotiation process, but there's still some other things that need to be ironed out. We send a decent amount of beef and pork out of those areas. What does a 3-day disruption potentially do in terms of that global demand and reliability that the U.S. is a good supplier of beef and pork?
Yeah, so thank goodness we were ready for what was the strike, and I think a lot of work being done in preparation that probably means the short term that we were down doesn't have any big implications at this point. I guess at this point, I'll say let's make sure by January 15th, which is I think where we extended this one to, we get the final agreement in place. Let's not come back January 15th and have a strike that lasts for a longer period of time. So I think we're okay, but it just, again, I'll say there's a lot less flexibility in these markets today than I think there has been in the past. So what might have been small effects in the past seem to get amplified today. And so I want to be a little cautious about saying there's not any large impacts. I'm certainly glad this only lasted a few days and not longer. The longer it was going to last, I think the worse it would have been in terms of effects on beef and pork markets in particular. So we'll see, but let's hope we don't come back in early January and start talking about that strike continuing if they can't come to an agreement on some of the other terms.